to the weekly recap. I'm Matt Wacker. Well, in case you've been living under a rock, you might want to check your basement. Alert viewers may have noticed a biblical amount of rain over the last several days. 14.5 inches were recorded over the course of a single day, causing widespread flooding and road closures in the West Plains area. Governor Eric Greitens planned an exploratory trip to see how the state was faring, but was forced to cancel after detours and delays kept him from venturing beyond the West Plains Airport. The southwest area of Missouri was hit the hardest. The Hammond Mill Bridge between West Plains and Dora was completely washed away. MoDOT began closing sections of Interstate 44 early Sunday morning, first at Hazel Green east of Lebanon in Laclede County. By that afternoon, the mighty Little Piney had breached the interstate at Jerome, and everything from mile marker 144 to 172 was shut down. When the waters receded at Hazel Green, it was revealed that the eastbound lane was stripped to the concrete. While these storms were centered further south, Pulaski County was not absent from the devastation. Record-breaking flood levels of 6 to 8 feet above normal forced evacuations in Waynesville, claimed the life of a Crocker teenager, and left the town of Devil's Elbow in complete ruin. Additionally, the east gate of Fort Leonard Wood was closed for most of the week, and all non-essential personnel were told to stay home. Our hearts and sympathies go out to all of you who were affected by this unprecedented weather event, the likes of which I would argue most of us have never seen before. Before the rains of Castamere set in, our crew in West Plains went to OzCon, a gaming, cosplay, and anime convention hosted by the Computer Graphics and Programming Department of MSU and the local chapter of the Association for Computer Machinery. Let's take a look.
Dylan here with Fidelity Local 6. I'm here at OzCon 2017 with
Michael Bucksbaum.
Michael Bucksbaum. Now, Michael, just so everybody at home can know, what started out OzCon?
So OzCon actually started as a D&D game in 2012. It was an attempt to set a world record for the largest D&D game ever. So we didn't succeed, but after having such a positive turnout for D&D, we decided to go ahead and try to make this a bigger event the next year. And then in 2013, we had our first OzCon.
That's pretty crazy. So what year of OzCon is this?
So this is actually the 4th year of OzCon.
What makes OzCon stand out from other sort of conventions?
So OzCon's unique from other conventions, especially the smaller conventions, in the fact that we have such a wide variety of things to do. We don't just focus on card games, board games, RPG, anime, cosplay. None of that is particularly the main focus of OzCon. It focuses on everything. It encompasses everything. If you're interested in anything related to games, anime, cosplay, anything geeky basically, this convention has you in mind.
All right, so who are you and why?
I'm a psycho from Borderlands because I believe it's probably one of the best game series I've ever played.
I'm an OC character from Attack on Titan.
Well, my name's Sonny Garrett, and I'm from Mountain Home, Arkansas. Came up here for OzCon today.
I'm Rabbit from the band Steam Powered Giraffe.
I am Jill Valentine from Resident Evil.
Now, have you ever been to any other con, or is this like your first time?
Well, I've been to Vision Con over at Branson a couple of times, and this is my first time here for OzCon. It won't be the last.
This is my 3rd time at OzCon, but it's really my only con that I really can go to because I live in a small town, so I don't get to go far.
I've been here before, so this is the only con I've been to, but it's not my first one.
Oh, this is my first year. Yeah, no, I've never been to OzCon before. It's apparently y'all's 4th year here, and looks like things are going well. I'm enjoying myself. The people are great, and for me, it really is about meeting the people and getting to talk to fans and getting to talk to people like you.
Now, what can you say about conventions in general to people at home who've maybe never been?
I think it's a great place for people to come together that maybe don't get to get out enough.
If no one's been to a con, but you guys really enjoy, games, anime stuff, you should come on out. It's fun. They got a lot of things you can do here. You can play games. They got anime you can watch, convention, things like cosplay competition. So yeah, come on out.
It's like Halloween. They get to be somebody else for a little while and have some fun, enjoy themselves, express themselves.
All right.
And that's important.
All right, and one final question. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay.
But could you sign us off and maybe like one of your most memorable quotes?
It'd be like, Hercule from Dragon Ball Z, he likes to brag about himself a lot and say things like, I'm the champ. Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you.
Hope we see you around the con. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see voice actor Chris Rage around the con due to flooding that affected most of Missouri. Overall, the con went great, and they're already looking forward to next year. On that note, back to you, Matt.
Missouri S&T has confirmed 2 cases of mumps. The viral infection causes painful swelling of glands throughout the body. While usually non-fatal, they can cause lasting damage. The virus is spread through saliva or mucus from the mouth, nose, and throat, and the university advises any student who believes they've been infected to contact Student Health Services. These cases bring the total up to 6 this semester for a disease that has had an effective vaccine since 1967. With the announced departure of Cheryl Schrader from Missouri S&T, a new chancellor has been chosen. Dr. Christopher Maples has been named interim chancellor at the university. Maples is the former president of the Oregon Institute of Technology, where he worked from 2008 until December of last year. Maples will have the job for a year, after which a permanent candidate will be chosen. For many anglers, Missouri is a veritable fishing playground. But for one area fly fishing club, the sport is more than just Saturday morning fun. Leanne Mentink spoke with Herb Turner of the Ruby-Doo Fly Fishers.
Herb, I know that your group is the #1 Missouri Stream Team. What is a Stream Team exactly, and what makes your group #1?
A stream team in Missouri is a volunteer organization that's purpose is to help the state entities watch and manage over our natural waterways. In 1989, the state of Missouri was looking at a bill to put most of the streams and waterways under state control. Volunteers activated and got together and decided that wasn't the best way to do things. So they requested, and through a petition, got the Missouri Stream Team program going, and we just happened to be the first ones to sign up for the program, and there's over 4,000 of them presently.
So you were literally #1, the first one.
That is correct. That's correct.
What do you do? What activities do you do for your adopted stream?
There's actually 5 things that are mandated by the volunteer program that was given to the state as what volunteers wanted. And part of the things that we're involved in, those 5 things, is the stewardship program, where we try to do things like manage riparian corridors, work with landowners to make sure that there's 100 foot on each side of the river that is being managed to keep from sediment from filling into the streams and things like that. We also do water quality monitoring on the Ruby-Doo, which is our adopted stream. We also provide information to the community about the status of what we're seeing, and we basically play the good citizen to let people know what things are going on, what we see, what changes are going on in the streams through construction or land use in the area and things like that.
Well, I know you're doing a lot of fly tying tonight, and that's an art. What would you say are the best places to trout fish or fish for other fish when you are a fly fisher in this area?
Well, fly fishing is a method of taking fish. It's we fish for everything. Lou, who's here with us today, she just got back from Belize doing saltwater fishing with a fly rod. Oh, wow. Around here, during the winter months, we usually try to do trout fishing in the parks, the Merrimack Springs, Montauk, Bennett. Okay. Those are pretty much the ones we do. But now that spring is starting to come in, we kind of stay away. We start moving away from the trout parks because they get so busy with other people fishing, and we're going to be looking at warm water fishing, bass and different types of gar, bluegill, all kinds of stuff. And a lot of the tying that we're going to be doing tonight is in preparation for that, spring fishing and summer fishing.
A Lebanon team was hospitalized by an auto accident on April 20th. 19-year-old Austin McDonald was driving his motorcycle when he drifted into the path of an SUV driven by 18-year-old Logan Hayes, also of Lebanon. McDonald was airlifted to Cox South in Springfield for treatment of serious injuries. Easter has come and gone, but Lebanon's annual Easter Eggstravaganza was a huge success this year. There were many churches and businesses involved that welcomed more than 4,500 residents from Lebanon and the surrounding areas. We spoke with LifePoint pastor Kelly Rhodes.
We've been doing the Easter Extravaganza since 2011, so this is 2017, so we've been doing quite a few years. This year, in addition to LifePoint, we had 5 other churches involved. Calvary Baptist helped us stuff thousands of eggs. The First Baptist in Lebanon was there. Cross Creek, Lebanon First Assembly, Lebanon Family Church were a part of what we were doing there as well. Just a tremendous joint partnership to reach out to all the kids in the community. This year we were blown away with the participation from the community. We had about 4,500 people is kind of what the number is that we have estimated that were there. It may be a little higher than that, might be a little lower than that, but 4,500 is about right. We have Easter egg hunts for 5 different age groups, doing that just to try to keep things safe for the kids. But also, there's inflatables that we have blown up all around the whole fairgrounds. There's other obstacles and games that they have, as well as snow cones and hot dogs and chips and drinks. And everything is free, things that are donated by local organizations and businesses, things that those churches provided. LifePoint Church, since we've kind of been doing this, we have dedicated a portion of our budget to make sure that we have a great event so that everybody can come and go home with something. It takes hundreds of volunteers between just for the day. It takes hundreds of volunteers between parking cars and running games and running egg hunts and spreading all the eggs out and keeping kids safe. But then before that, we had life group after life group after life group here in our church kind of compete to see who could stuff the most eggs. And so we have literally hundreds and hundreds of people involved in everything that's necessary to make this event come off. Every year that we have had the extravaganza, we've had people from the community come in that didn't even come to our church, and they volunteered to stuff eggs or volunteered to serve in some way. We partner with the Lebanon City Parks and Rec, Parks Department, as well as the YMCA, and so we have a lot of people who aren't necessarily tied to a church that are a big part of this event. Every year during the extravaganza, we place little prize vouchers in some of the eggs, and those prize vouchers go from anything down to like finger puppets and stickers and stuffed animals, all the way up to kids win scooters and bikes. And even yesterday, we had our drawing for the people who registered online. They had a chance to win a Chromebook or even a Kindle Fire. So there's some pretty cool prizes involved if you come and you're a part of the egg hunt and you get registered online ahead of time. There's some pretty cool prizes for kids and I must say adults.
The globally recognized Star Wars Day, May the 4th, was this week. Not that matters to me or anything. Japanese jeweler Ginza Tanaka celebrated by releasing a 33-pound Darth Vader helmet made of solid 24-karat gold. It took 10 goldsmiths and 3 months to mold and assemble, and for the reasonably low price of $1.4 million, you can proudly display the famous headgear on your mantle. So, I'm going to need a significant pay raise or a bank loan. Which will it be? That's all for now. Thanks for watching the weekly recap, and remember,
the Force will be with you, always.
I'll see you next week. The Weekly Recap is brought to you by Price Chopper, Cooking from Scratch, the Travers Automotive Group, the UPS Store of Rolla, Beck Motors of Owensville, Bayer Dodge of West Plains, Hanging by a Thread, Mimi's Home Helpers, and Tailor Your Insurance.